All right, let's see. I believe we are live on YouTube now. You guys should be able to hear me okay. Tom, can you hear me okay? Let's see. What do you guys see? You guys should see Unity. You should be able to hear me okay as well. Can you guys hear me? Yo, hello guys. Someone tell me they can hear me. I don't know if you guys can. I am going to quickly get a coffee made downstairs, so we will start this in a moment. But I am going to be building out a shuffler from scratch, and we're going to take a look at how a shuffler works, and then we'll look up how to make one. Research how to build a shuffler. Sweet, awesome. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Okay, so before we get started here, I'm going to be gone for like 2 minutes making a coffee downstairs, so I'm just going to put a note here for everyone who's joining, and you guys can tell them as well. Let me see here. Just gonna do this. So something that occurred to me too is what happens if one of our alumni from the intensives win this? If that's the case, we're just going to, out of respect to them, we're going to give them free swag, but then we're gonna pick someone else as well. So, but the intensives, you guys will get some free swag, and we'll pick someone else. So that way, someone who's already gone through the program can't win it. Let's see, make sure everything is good here. I think you guys only see Unity in this page, right? I think. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's lunchtime in Hawaii. It's like 11:40 right now. Yeah. So we will see. Let me see here. And here, actually, give me 1 second here. Just want to check something. While I'm gone, we'll put this note up here, and then let everyone else get excited about our new swag stuff coming. Boom. There you go. I wanted to share pages. All right, let me see here. Cool. All right, guys, I will be back in just a moment. Yeah, Luke, it's totally fine if you're not okay. You don't have to be live to get the prize. Nope. If you already processed an enrollment on Game Dev HQ, you're eligible. That's all you have to do. Process your enrollment, you're good to go. We'll send out an email to the winner. They all have 24 hours to actually respond to the email. And if they don't respond, then we'll pick a new one. And we'll announce who won it on our community page. All right, guys, here we go. All right, so we are going to take a look here. I don't think I can actually respond here. I have to like sign into this chat, but I don't know how to sign into the chat. Pin chat. Can I pop this out? Weird. So OBS stream lets me see the chat, but I can't sign in because it says I'm not signed in. What if I refresh the chat? Oh, there we go. Okay, now I think I can actually talk in it. Hold on. Oh, dumb. Yeah, okay, maybe I have to keep this open in the background or something like that. Let me see if I refresh this. Nope. It like is forcing me to open it here. I want to be able to chat here. Like OBS has like this thing where I can chat right here, but it's saying sign into chat. It's very annoying. I don't know how to fix that. So I'm just gonna keep, I'm not going to respond through the chat. I don't get to do that. Now someone is under these messages. Yeah, no, sorry. I didn't expect to do it this way, but then I thought to myself, you know what? This would be fun to do, right? Continues on that momentum of I don't need a spoon-fed tutorial to teach me how to shuffle some cards, right? And that's how I'm thinking of this. What if every email address was a card and I wanted to shuffle them randomly, right? So I just need to learn how to basically shuffle, and I'm doing it through research. Sweet, how's it going, guys? Yeah, I'm just gonna post in our Discord chat that we're doing this too. Let me see. Server announcements. Alrighty, let's see here. Let me close this down. I don't need that. Don't need this. Alright, one of the things we will need is we need to know what is a shuffle program, right? We have to actually understand what a shuffle program actually is. So, okay, that's exactly. Mike Reps, I just programmed a shuffling cards and storing a deck draw pile, discard pile last week. ImDev HQ works. Awesome, man. Let's see here. So if I wanted to create a shuffle program, we can think about what an actual shuffle program is, right? So right off the bat, what do I know about how this works? Right off the bat, I know that I'm going to have an array of emails, right? So array of cards or list of cards. And then what do I want to do? I need to randomize the positioning of these cards, right? Now, once I randomize the positioning of these cards, I then need to generate random queue, so random index, and that's going to be assign winner. So the way we do this, though, is there's an algorithm for shuffling. I'm sure there is. So let's take a look here at shuffle cards and just do C#. If you ever want to create like a poker game or blackjack or anything like that, you're going to do this. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just going to be reading the chat kind of in parallel here. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Sorry if I'm not saying your names. There's a lot of people saying hi. But you know what? I will. Versus Franks, Ted, Mirko, Orient Games. Hey, Rhett, thanks for joining. Card shuffling. So check this out. I'm trying to write a code for a project that lists the contents. And the reason why I don't want to do this through video, right, is because I don't have 20 minutes to watch someone show me how to do this. They're not going to teach me anything. They're going to show me, and I got to listen to them talk for 20 minutes. There's more value in me being able to skim through articles and find code that makes sense to me. Now, this is interesting. So look at this. They're doing a sort of temporary variable switch issue right here, where basically he's creating a random number, and from here they shuffle. He passes in an array deck, and then here for int n, which is for however long the deck is, well, n is greater than 0, we're going to subtract the deck. And why does he subtract the deck? For int n equal, okay, for int, okay, so I have 5,000 emails to go through, and that means that, well, n, which is 5,000, is greater than 0, I'm going to subtract 1 from that number. I'm going to say k is equal to the next random number. So it's going to give me a random. And then here the temp equals deck. Now, I don't know how you prevent duplicate randoms here. That's one of the things that we have to prevent, right? Is we need to make sure that we aren't, well, I don't think you would, I guess, if you pass in the array here. It's already fixed. And then each card is basically getting a random slot. So every card is getting a random slot. So here he basically says, hey, your temp slot is equal to this. That current slot equals the current deck random value, and then we update that with the temp. This here looks complicated, but it's really not. All you're doing is swapping the position with another card, essentially. You're taking the current card, swapping it with the random index, and putting it back. But let me see here. I'm curious to see what solutions are available for this online. So to correctly shuffle a deck, you should not only use the random class. The seed is only 2 to the 32 power, which means your random object can give you only 2 to the 32 supposed different orders, where there is 52 factorial 52 way of agencing a real life deck. All right, so let's see, I'm using a 2 GUID to create 32 bytes of random data. Then by seed, I get a certain number of cards. Here's the code he used. Let's see what he's doing. He has an array of cards to get. He has 2 bytes. And then here, he's combining his bytes. Array.copy. He passes in his bytes. And then here we have cards, new less cards, clear. And then for int c equals c, for each card, essentially, cards to get. And then here his seed is equal to bit converter to int, all some mathematical thing there. Random equals a new seed. And then basically, he does the same thing. So for int d equals 0, while d is less than the current card to get. Increments d, he grabs the index equal to the random card, and then he adds that, and then he removes that. So he's basically building it, looks like almost like a new type of list, essentially, of the organized order, which is a fine way to do that too, right? I could actually say, I could say something like, I have this array of emails in standard order, randomize it by inserting into a new list, right? That way it's easy. I don't have to rearrange a current array. I can actually build a new list of randomized orders. And we can get as complex as we want with this. We can do shit with factorial, or I can just simply do things with like random.range. I think we'll do this through the use of a legit shuffle system, just for the randomness of it. Fisher-Yates shuffle is the algorithm. Fisher-Yates, look at that. Let's see. Is that gonna open? Randomness is hard. Learning about Fisher-Yates. Tell me about Fisher-Yates. Also, you know what else I saw here? Here, we're going to open this Medium article, but also I saw this .NET Pearls. All right, let's see. Randomness is hard. Do this when you often do need a shuffle. How do you shuffle? Well, you can call sort with some kind of customer random as me comparator, but don't do this. Also, don't let your friends do this. Then do a Fisher-Yates shuffle. They're super easy. So what is the Fisher-Yates shuffle algorithm, and why is it better? If asked to shuffle a deck of cards, I'd probably come up with something like this. Iterate through the deck and swap each card with a different randomly selected card from the deck. Seems straightforward enough, right? That's exactly how we could do it. That's what everyone else saw. You saw that temp switch going on. But when you run this code a bunch of times, something strange happens. Native shuffle 300k tries on a 4-item set. You'd expect a good shuffling algorithm to generate each permutation in the deck about the same number of times, but that's clearly not what's happening here. In a deck of cards, here's the factorial math, I don't really care about that. If the native shuffle algorithm can be this, based with a deck of only 4 cards, just imagine the bias that it would introduce. So, or even larger sets. Let's see, enter the Fisher-Yates algorithm as the Nuth shuffle or the Fisher-Yates Nuth shuffle. All right, let's see what they're doing. Here, they have a Fisher-Yates shuffle that takes in a deck of cards. And then for int I equals the deck length minus I, while I is greater than 0, we subtract I. And here we do a swap index, which is the floor based on mathf.random times I plus 1. And then here current card equals deck I. So that swap, okay, so the current card equals the current deck I'm on, the current card, and then the card to swap equals the deck with the swap index. And then they basically do the swap here. So deck I equals the card to swap. Deck swap index equals current card. So you're randomizing that same array, and then you return the deck randomized. All right, that seems to work. That's pretty damn easy, yeah? All right, so let's put this into practice. I'm gonna move this over to my other monitor. And let's build this inside of Unity. So before we do anything here, all right, let's do this. Yeah, here. So here we're gonna create a card shuffler, or it's an email shuffler, right? Email shouffler, and we'll create our shuffle behavior. I don't know if I'm spelling shuffle wrong or not, but it's okay. Is it S-H-U or is it S-C-H? Yeah, S-H-O-U. Oh, it's shuffle. Shuffle manager. All right, so here's our email shuffler, here's our shuffle manager. We're gonna hop this in, remove the second instance of that. All right, and what do we need to do? We need an array or a list of cards, right? And what we'll do is we'll populate that through, if I can get it in JSON data, we'll read it through JSON data. I'm not 100% sure yet. But either way, here we're gonna say, hey, public list. And what we'll do, is I'm just gonna say here, we have an array of strings, right? So public string, and then we have emails. And we'll serialize that so we can see it. And let me see here. Let me log into our Learn platform real quickly. Let me see something. How many people are eligible for this draw? Okay, so we are going to have a size here of 1321. So 1321 students are going to be eligible. Some of them not, because whether or not they have an active billing gateway might change that, or if they've already won this. But let me see here. So we got 1321 emails, right? So what I want to do now is I want to store those emails in whatever order I get into here, and I want to reshuffle it, right? So doing our Fisher-Yates here. Also, real quickly here, this is a great content site, .NET Pearls, by the way, where they'll kind of break down the algorithms of things that are going on. Take this over a YouTube video any day. But here you can see in C#, they have a shuffle method. You get an array, and then they do the whole algorithm and things like that. All right, so we're just going to understand how to read this. But basically, we are going to, and they're going to use the real randoms of C#. So we're going to do that as well. So we're going to do using system so that we can actually create a real seed. All right, and then what we're going to do here is we're going to basically declare our random seed. So here we're going to say private, this is going to be a random. This is going to be our seed. So random isn't really random. It's why we call them seeds. But it's as close as we can get to random. All right, so here we have random seed equals a new random. Random is an ambiguous reference between Unity Engine. So I need to say here using system.random equals a new system.random. And there's actually a way where I can do, I can create my own namespace. I think I can be like using UE for Unity Engine equals Unity Engine. And then I can delete that. And then I can get rid of this as well. Oh, maybe not. Take that back. there is a way you can do that, but it's okay. All right, so here we got a random seed. This is going to determine the random order. And then here we're going to have a method that's going to shuffle the array. So here I'm going to say, hey, go ahead and shuffle. I'm going to pass in that array. So here I'm taking in an array of emails. So we're going to say string array for emails. All right, and then here, void start, and we can hit this multiple times. So let's do this in update. So every time I hit the space key, right, we'll actually update this. And then here we're going to say your emails. I'm sorry, not your emails. We're going to say shuffle, and we're going to pass in underscore emails. All right, and we're going to do that when I hit the space key. All right, so I hit the space key, and we shuffle. I pass in that array. So now what we need to do here is basically it says shuffling an array randomizes its element order. With the Fisher-Yates shuffle, first implemented on computers by something 1964, we randomly sort elements. This is an accurate, effective shuffling method for all array types. Not only this, but this implementation of shuffle is fast and does not require any allocation. That's a very important part, right? If I'm doing a lot of these operations, no memory allocation means that it costs me nothing to do this. Good. This implementation relies on the generic method syntax in the C# language. An instance of the random type is also allocated and stored in a static field. So the only thing that's actually allocated here is the seed. And the seed is, I believe by making it static, it's stored in permanently and not generated every time I use it. So here, private static seed, new random seed. It's run along, it's in memory indefinite for the seed. So there's no allocation. And then here, we're going to actually shuffle this up. All right, so we have our array, right? And I pass it in here. So here, we're basically going to say, okay, we're going to use next on random instance with an argument. The argument is an exclusive bound, so we would not go past the end of the array. Okay. Here, give me 1 second. I want to make sure I have your chat open because I know this might get a little confusing as we do this, but let's see. Let me close Discord. Alrighty. How do I join the shuffle? You can enroll for Game Dev HQ if you want to join the shuffle. I'll be pulling the list. Once I pull the list, as soon as I have this implemented, that's it. Cutoff is done. You can still join Game Dev HQ, but you won't be in the raffle for this. Let me see here. So here we have the shuffle. Let's see here. What do I want to do? So when I shuffle this algorithm, basically I need to know, okay, how many do we have? So they use basically a variable called int n, which specifies how many cards or how many emails do I have. Well, I have emails.length. So we're going to have 1321 essentially. And then here we're going to iterate through this now. So for int I equals 0. And while I is less than n, what do I want to do? While I is less than however many cards we have, then I need to basically say, okay, I++. And I think we actually want to go backwards, but maybe not. Maybe it doesn't matter, right? So here, n is however many I have. 0, while I is less than n, I++. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to say, okay, my random index, I'm going to get my random seed, basically, equals I plus our random, and there's a next method in here. So our seed.next. And when I do that, you'll see here I have a parenthesis here, and I can pass in a random of max value. My max value is going to be n minus 1. I think it's inclusive, so we want it to be exclusive. So n minus 1. Don't include the very last element because numbers start at 0, right? Can I maximize this window? Yeah, sure. Is that better? I'll go 144. All right, so here I have random I plus the seed next, and then n minus 1, okay? So I calculated the random value, and that's going to return to me if I highlight over here an int value. So this is my random. This is going to be basically an index between 0. It's a random number that's truly random, as close as you can get to random, between 0 and 1321, okay? Then what I'm going to do is, now that I have that, I need to grab that card. So I'm going to say, okay, here, what index is that? So here we're going to say current, I guess. So here we're going to say current equals, it's going to be the emails sub random index. So that's who is random, right? I just chose the random card. So here is the random card. Here, hold on, let this guy like totally pass by. All right, so let's see here. So here we have our random index, and it's equal to I, the seed. I'm getting a random index. From there, I'm grabbing my current random card. So here var random card equals the emails based on the random index. Now what do I need to do? I grab that card, and I now need to swap it with the current card. I believe that's there. And to do that, I'm basically going to access the emails, and I'm going to say, hey, the emails, let me see here. The emails current, oh, I'm sorry, the emails, well, maybe, let me see, emails random card, I believe, or random index. Because this is going to be the string. That's the actual email that I selected at random. And then here we have the random index, right? So email's random. The random index equals to the current index we're on. So here I'm going to say, okay, we're going to do this. So here I'm taking the email's random index equal to the emails that we're currently on. So I. So it's going to equal that. And then I need to swap it. So we're just doing a temp variable switch here. And then here I'm going to say emails sub I is going to equal the random card. All right, so to help you understand this, I basically said, hey, random card, or let's do this, card chosen, email chosen to be shuffled. Email chosen is equal to that email, so it might be john@gamedevhq.com. And then here I'm going to say, emails john@gamedevhq.com is equal to whatever first position I'm on, and then my first position I'm on is going to be equal to the email chosen, and this is just doing a swap of them. So it can be really confusing to do this, but if you ever tried to like reverse a string, the concept is the same thing. But yeah, everything we do here, let me see if I did get that explanation right, because I know it can be super confusing, this line. But here I'm debugging.log, let's say emails random index. Oh, okay, no, here's it. So email chosen. So this is a random email between 0 and 1300. So this might be email 72. And what I'm doing now is I'm saying email 72 is equal to the first index of the emails, and the first index of the email is equal to email 72. There we go. That's the correct definition for that. All right, so let's check this out. Yeah, exactly. On GameDevHQ, it's $99. You get lifetime access to all current and future courses we create forever. We're not a content library, so we don't charge you for courses. With us, there's no next course. You build your games. All right, so check this out. Then we have our shuffle, right? It's going to do this over and over again. And then we simply just return the array. Or we're done. We don't have network states. It's done. It's going to reshuffle the array. So check this out. Let's go ahead and save this. Every time I hit the space key, I'm going to call this method, and it's just we can watch this in real time. That's how easy it is to do a shuffle. And look, I understand what's going on. I wrote the code from scratch. I didn't have to use a YouTube video of someone talking for 20 minutes to get it done. Let's see. Here's our emails. Let's put like 5 in here. That is my legit email, by the way. My email's open, so feel free to email me any questions you ever have. rkl@gamedevhq.com and I@gamedev. All right, I'm gonna run this, hit space. We should see this get organized. Boom, look at that. Look at the randomness. There we go. We are shuffling this. KIJRL, RKLIJ, beast. All right, we got our perfect random shuffler. All right, so Thomas, yeah, I know, right? Why I'm doing all this work for nothing. All right, cool. We got our shuffling done, which means it's time to pull this data. That means that you have until I literally pull this data right now. I'm logging on to our platform. Let me go to our Learn platform. And that's how easy it is to build a card shuffler, guys. It's so easy. Think like a software engineer. Know what to research. Know how to ask the right questions. Don't watch spoon-fed YouTube tutorials. All right, guys, give me 1 second here. I have to download and export this list, and I am gonna set this where we're not gonna share off any emails and things like that. But let me see how I can export this. So I can export this as a CSV file, which means I need to read CSV into Unity. So you might actually have some more time to still register for Game Dev HQ. I don't know how to read CSV files, so give me a second here while we figure that out. CSV, here we go. So I want to search for how to read CSV in Unity, or not Unity, but C#. Oh, hold on. Did it generate an out account? Oh, it did. You know what? Thank you for pointing that out. This random index here, seed.next, should be n-1. It should not be generating a random out of bounds exception. Let's see why it is. I don't know. Hold on. Let me go back into the program. Let's see, we have array length for n, and then I is less than n. Oh, you know what? That's probably why. That's the end. I think it needs to be is less than n-1, I believe. And that should fix that. Run it. All right, there you go. No, we still get index out of range. What's it saying? Line 29 and 18. 29, 18. Okay, so 18 calls the method. Line 29 gives the error. So emails random index. Random index equals the current iteration of I plus n minus I. Oh, whoops, not n-1, n minus I. Duh. All right, here we go. And there you go. Perfect. All right, so we got a pure shuffler here. So now let's figure out how do I go about, how do we, let's see, what is it that I want to do? CSV file to C#. Writing data into a CSV file in C#. CSV to C# array. All right, let's see. I'm trying to read a CSV file. Consists of 2 columns separated by a semicolon. I'm able to read the CSV file using a stream reader and able to separate each line. Is it possible to do that? Yeah, you know what? I think Samir's right. I think we can actually I might be able to just turn this into a text asset and read it that way. Basically, it's just reading it line by line, and it has a split separator here. And then here, it's adding each value. Okay, cool. So let me see if I can actually just have it to where I just care about the emails, right? That's all I care about. So let me go back over here. It says I should have received an email with the CSV export. And CSV export. All right, let me download that. All right. I'm hoping that this is not just gonna like, it's gonna open up everywhere. Of course it is. Give me a second here. Okay. Good deal. There's a shit ton of data in here that we don't need. So let me see here. What I'm interested in doing. No, I think this is the shuffle. This is the Fisher something algorithm. Pretty sure we did do the standard Bates one, although I'm not 100% sure. I don't know, nor do I care. It seems to work well, but I'm pretty sure .NET Pros was talking about the shuffle algorithm of how it works. I'm not 100% sure though. Let's see, so we're gonna look at, what is this? This is separator options, fixed separately. Oh, cool. It's letting me like actually determine which things I actually need here. Let's see. Okay, so this actually, ooh, damn, this can, yeah, so this gives me like including like everyone's like progress and all that. I only need this first column here. Give me 1 second here. I'm just gonna turn off this display for a sec, because I don't know if this is about to open up. You guys should still be able to hear me. What am I doing QA later? There's no QA. You can just ask. You can ask whatever questions you have. Yeah, you can ask whatever questions you got. Let me see here. I'm just gonna open this thing. We are going to, should be okay. All right, yeah, this whole thing opened up widely. I'm glad I just did what I did. So I should be able to clean up, basically what I'm doing here, I can go ahead and share my screen again. It looks like I should be able to clean up this data to where I just care about the email addresses, which I can. It gives me a column here. And let me open up actually a Google slide or a Sheets. Let me import it into this. And then I'll re-export it out, and we can use that. Let's see here, sheets.google. This is a Raffle, and I'm just importing this file. You guys can't see this, but I'm just importing. I'm just gonna clean it up. Import into this. So it's gonna be super awkward. I see some here whose billings aren't verified. If your billing is not verified, you will not. We are gonna skip you. So this is a good time for you to figure out how to fix that. Let me see here. We import this, create new spreadsheet. Yeah. All right, cool. So I got this into a whole spreadsheet here, and I can basically just delete the columns and use only one column that I want, which is just the emails, and that's what I want to use. Let's see here. Yeah, and I'm basically just going to copy that column to a text file, and we're going to read off that text asset. That's all we need to do. Let me see here. Back up, delete the info you don't need, and then save as CSV. All right, give me 1 sec, guys. I'm just deleting the columns here. So I got a user ID column. I don't need that. I'm just going to literally delete everything as part of this column. We want to delete column and all contents. I don't care. We'll keep I don't need the full names. So I'm going to delete that column. Delete the columns. And we need just the email. So I'm going to delete the last login, the join date, course count, source, sign in. All right, and delete everything here. Delete columns B through L. Cool. All right, got everything we need. So let me just go ahead here. I'm going to copy all this into a notepad, and then we'll bring that notepad into Unity, and I should read it as a text file. All right, let's try this. So here, create a new, let's open up a notepad. Let me paste this in. Sweet, that worked. And then here, I'm gonna save this as emails.txt. Cool. All right, so let me see here real quickly. I'm just gonna toss this into Unity real quick. I'm just gonna turn this off for 1 more second. We have our emails, that's in Unity. It comes in imported as a text asset file. Cool. And then here we have all the emails and things like that. I just want to make sure it looks okay in here, the format. All right, good stuff, and it does. So here's what I want to do. To prevent security issues with what we're doing here, I need to, we're not gonna be able to see any of these emails. We're just gonna get some verifications of, what's it called? We are gonna get some verifications of the count and validity of the email that we have. So give me 1 second here. We're not going to be able to see anything, so we're not going to serialize the emails that are there, but we do need to be able to read the email list. So here we have private string array of email list, and it's just going to be actually a string file. Actually, it's not. It's going to be a text asset file, email list. All right, and let me check, make sure this looks okay. Hang on. Here, hold on. Oh, the camera's gonna come back on in just a moment. Give me a sec. Just need to make sure that this is all in place. So we have our email list and we have access to that and everything is good. Cool. All right, check this out. So basically we have here a text file of all the emails and it's being read by our shuffle manager now. That's being done through a text asset which reads it. We still have our array of emails. We're not gonna be able to see that get populated. And then what we're gonna do is basically I just need to read using a string reader. I just need to be able to read through that. So doing that from scratch, let me see here. Let's look up how to parse a file. So it's up here. And how to parse text file with C#. We pass in a string reader, I believe. Okay, yeah, here we go. So stream reader file.open. I'm going to open that file. And I don't think I need to do that. I think it's a little different with text assets. Read text asset unity. Line by line. Here we go. And no. Here, let's look at this. Maybe it'll tell me how to do it in here. Creates a new text asset to string now. Okay. All right, and you'll see here, looking at this, split the string. Basically, I'm gonna say, okay, here's the text. Okay, data.text, that's how I read it. So I'm gonna say, basically, email list.text gives me all the text, and then I'm gonna basically convert it into lines, and then we're gonna populate our emails array that way. And then here for each line, I can get the line. Super, super easy. I can split it based on environment, new line, character array. Perfect. All right, and then here, it looks like he's doing some more explanation type crap. Don't need that. And then here he actually shows it. This is cool. So here he uses, he shows it using a string builder. This is actually the best way to do it because this is the C# specific way where you specify a string builder equals a new builder, and then here you parse the contents. So here we have string text.data. I don't see where he's using text in this example though. I don't see that. Text equals data.text. I don't know. Size text.length. Oh, size equals text. Okay, character equals text I. Yeah, okay. So and then he's just doing an iteration through the text. And it looks like the character here gets parsed for a new line in size equals text.length. I'm not 100% sure how that's working. But it's okay. We're going to do it this way because it's super easy. So let me move this over. Let's see. So when we shuffle this, right, we need to populate the list. So before we do that, before we call shuffle here, we need to do this. So in void start, we need to read that data. We need to populate this. So in void start, we're basically going to say, okay, we have access to the email list.data. I was hoping we would. .text, there we go. That's all the text of that file, the text contents. All right, that's important. So here we have access to that. And I'm basically gonna create a line. So here we have, there should be like 1,300 lines in here, right? So that's gonna equal basically the data. So email list.text. And then we're gonna split the text system.environment.newline. .newline, and then But why am I using 2 character arrays? Should be fine with just this. Except I was in a programming competition once and my team... Let's see. Okay, looks like he does a 2 character array because of formatting. We shouldn't have to worry about that. All right, so here, this is going to be system.environment, using system there. What am I missing here? Cannot convert from string to character. Okay, that's why. So dot to string. I want it back as a string. No? Oh, you know what? That's why. 2 character array. Okay, because I want an array of this. So I believe that's why. Okay, here we go. So now I have all those lines, and I have each individualized character of those lines. And then I basically build an array of strings, essentially. So here's what I want to do. I just want to know, did that work? So here I'm going to say, hey, debug.log lines.length. How many emails does it think we have? And I can compare it with how many it should have. All right, and let's save that. Go back into Unity here. And you'll see here, it prints out 2643. So that seems a little high. So let me just check and see what it actually printed out. I'm just going to turn this off for a moment. I'm just going to add a new log in here so I can actually see what it's printing out. And let's see. Let's see, debug.log. Let's actually get one of these. So let's run this. Okay, so I did get a real result back. I don't know what the blank space actually is. Let me go ahead here. I'm just writing a for each loop basically that says, hey, for each character, I want to know what every line is. There might be some blank lines. If that's the case, we'll just reshuffle. Or we'll just reprint until we find one, right? But what I can do here is, and I can find out, we can check to say, hey, make sure the line has text in it. But basically, in the lines, let me do a debug.log of the lines. Don't worry, I know you guys can't see yet. So there's the line and then the lines. Cool. I think it could be there must be blank every other one or something like that. Could be based on the formatting. Let me see here. So I'm gonna run this and it prints out and let me see something here. Hold on. Shuffle manager. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So basically, every other line is empty, or for some reason it formatted it to where every other line is empty. So to fix that, it should be pretty easy. We just need to confirm that the line isn't empty. So the way we do that should be pretty easy. I'll go ahead and here, we can turn this back on. And basically what's happening is there's an empty line for each one. So all you have to do here is just check, hey, if the current line.text or line.contains .length, there we go. If line.length is greater than 1, or I can even do like 3 to be safe, right? Because at most you're gonna need something in your email address. I'll do 1 though, but it should be okay. If line.length is greater than 1, then here what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep track of a count. So if line.length is greater than 1, we're gonna say count ++. And then inside, once I'm done with this for each loop, we should have closer to that 1321, I think it was. So here, let's debug.log the count. All right, there you go, 1322. Perfect. All right, we have all emails properly read. I now need to fill the array with these emails. So here, I have all of the emails, all right? And once I have all of the emails, what do I want to do? If the line is greater than length, that means that's a valid email. Right here tells me it's a valid email. Ah, goddamn. This jackass with his motorcycle is back. So now that we have every valid email, we know when an email is valid, right? It comes from here. If we increment, oh my God, sorry guys. We increment the count here. What does that tell us, right? It tells us that basically, hang on, let me clean that up. I just like totally messed something up here. Why did I do that? Where is it? Okay, so basically what it does is it tells us that, okay, here we go. It tells us that, hey, if the count increments, what does that mean? If the count increments, then that means that we have a valid email. So if that's the case, I want to take this line and I need to populate the actual thing. So don't worry, I'm going to scrub whatever you guys did see. It's okay, whatever that was. But here, I want to basically say, okay, we have a valid email. I need to populate that array of emails. So I'm going to say here, the emails list that we have, that emails list is how long of an email, right? So sub basically I for each of these. So I think we actually need to do a for loop for this, and we do. So we're gonna have to go through how many emails we have. So here for int I equals 0, while I is less than, although it's not populated yet. So how do we populate it? It's gonna be based on the lines basically. So actually, you know what? We still need to do that count. Yeah. We'll cut everything from the recording. Let me see here. So here, we still need this because this actually tells me how many valid emails we have, right? So once I know how many valid emails I have, what do I need to do? I'm gonna say, hey, for each line in lines, if line.length is greater than 1, count increments. So now I know what that count is because it's like 13 something, right? And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna say, hey, let's see here. Now we have to do a for loop because I need to iterate through. So here I'm gonna initialize my array of emails. I'm gonna say emails equals a new string array, and the count of this string array is based on the count. So count plus plus, right? Once I have that, I'm sorry, that's the count. So here we initialized our array, and now I'm gonna loop through it. So here for int I equals 0, while I is less than the amount of emails, dot length, what do I wanna do for each email? I'm gonna access the emails, the current iteration, and I'm gonna assign it a line. So here, we are going to say, yes, we have to say emails count equals the line, but I no longer have access to the current line because I'm doing this separately. So here we need to actually, we need to do this here. So ideally, I'm just gonna turn all of this into a for loop so I can do it together, essentially. So let's do that. So for int I equals 0, while I is less than, let's see, what is this? This is going to be less than the, however many lines we have, I guess, right? So lines.length, it's like 2000, right? And then I plus plus. If we find a valid line, so if lines sub I dot length is greater than 1, we found a valid email. If that's the case, what do I want to do with that email? I want to access our array. I want to say, hey, and let's actually do a list so I can actually dynamically populate it, right? So here I'm going to change this to a list. And we're going to say here list of strings. Oh, string split options is a thing? Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I just don't want to look it up at the moment, but I know what you're talking about. I've used it. So here we have our emails. It's a list. And then here all I have to do, if I found a valid email, I'm just going to say, hey, emails.add, and I'm going to add lines sub I. And that's going to give us a list of however many emails. So once we're done, I just want to know the count. Email count plus however many emails we have, dot count. Save this. Cool. Well, Brian, check out Game Dev HQ if you want to learn coding. So here, and then this is going to take an array now. or a list. So we're going to say emails.toArray. All right, if we run this, I should just get the count. And it says null reference exception. Why does it say that? It's because we added one. I believe it's lines.length. It's going to be lines.length -1. I think there's one extra one in there. Count is 0. We don't need that anymore. And we populate the emails, and we should be OK. Let's run it. And nope. What is null? Line 22. Oh, right. My list is not initialized. Emails equals a new list of type string. And let me add this back. It should actually work with just length. Here we go. And there we go, 1322. Now, let me check something here. I'm almost positive that I think it might actually be -1. Let me just check. Learn. So we are successfully reading 1322 here. Okay, nope, that's correct. All right, good deal. All right, so what do I want to do now? We have our emails. We just have to shuffle them, right? So let's see here, initialize the list. I think we have everything. Here, I read that data file. For each valid email, I add it to our list. And I have the amount of emails we have. So now we should just be able to shuffle. So I'm going to shuffle the emails. I'm going to convert it to an array, shuffle it up, and then we just need to pick the random index. So how do we now pick a random, how do we get a truly random index? What's the best way for us to get a random index from after we shuffle? All right, and let's call this, let's return this index. I'm going to make it return a winner index. So int shuffle, and it's going to return a winner. All right. So here we're going to say var winner is equal to -1. It's going to get assigned randomly. And that index will then say, hey, return winner, right? And all I have to do is on my end, it's going to say debug.log winner is, and here we're literally just going to grab that winner. It's going to return an index here for me. So winner is email list and then the index of shuffle. All right, and that will actually give me that email. So when I call shuffle, I'm going to pass in the email list. And let me see what I'm missing here. Can't apply indexing with expression to text asset. What? Oh, whoops, just emails. Hold on. I want to call plus access emails. I do want to access the index of it. And then, okay, there we go. Sweet. All right, so here we go. We are going to say the winner is, I'm going to access the emails, I'm going to shuffle, and it's going to give me back a random one. That's how this is going to work. Let's see. Yeah, here, we'll do like P key. So let's save that. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else here. How do we determine who the winner is though, right? That's what we need to do. So we just shuffled it randomly. So now let's grab a random index randomly. So what's the best way to get a random number? Let's go here. Let's say truly random number between min and max, C#. Actually, I think there is something that's random number.next would do, right? Because so I'm randomly organizing and then I'm randomly picking. Yeah, okay, random.next between min and max. So we can just use that. We can use the same thing. So here, return winner equals, we're gonna say seed.next, and we're gonna pass in a min and max. So the min and max is going to be between 0 and n. There's our random, and we have our winner. All right, cool. So moment everyone's been waiting for. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna let you guys see it, how that prints out, but you will be able to see, kind of. Let's see. So let's run this. All right, email count 322. And if I hit the P key, okay, we got our winner. So if anyone named, it looks like this might be Gian or Lou Gian. I'm not sure who that is. Let me check. Hold on. Let me make sure they're a valid. Their billing agreement has to be valid with us and a couple other things. So let me make sure. Let's check and see who this is. Let me see here. This is, I'm just gonna type in their email. It's gonna tell us whether or not they are valid or not. So give me 1 second here. Range for int is exclusive. Wait, hold on. Let me see, hold on. Are you guys saying that this is invalid? Did I mess up? Exclusive. Is it +1? Hold on, let's find that out. Let me make sure you guys are accurate. 1 sec. Here, I will hop on here for you guys to see this. Random.next inclusive. Let's see what it says. Okay, hold on. Returns a random integer that is within a specified range. It is exclusive, so we did it correctly. 0 and n, because numbers start at 0, so the length is the last one. We want it to, numbers start at 0, so it's not -1 here, guys. It would be 0. Or it would be 0 and if you had 1322. So this person is still, who got it is, it's inclusive. So you don't have to do the -1 on n here. And if we look at this, so because look, 1000 and 1001, and then versus, let's see here, what's another example they do? -100 to 100, -100 to 101. Remember, our numbers start at 0. 0 to 1322 gives me 1321. We only have 1321, so it's correct. All right, so give me 1 second here. I'm gonna turn this back off. And we are going to go to this user's account and let's see if they are active or not. Let's see if they are eligible for this. Just so you guys know, if they are on right now, the email starts with JNL. So if it starts with JNL, that's kind of exciting for you. JNL. Okay, interesting. Now it's not over yet, but I will say this person, for some reason, is not showing in the community page. So that doesn't mean they're not eligible yet. It means I have to look at what happened. They could have been recently signed up and they didn't accept the email yet, which is totally fine. They're still in the backlog of it. So give me 1 second. We're going to look at the account. Let me see. All right, let's see here. Why? All right, so I see this person here, but I don't, they might not be eligible. Give me a second. I have to look into this person's account, see what's going on. Hang on. Let's see, May 24th. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to locate what's going on with this person's account, why they're not in the community here. May 24th, I believe we carried over to the new platform then. Hold on, guys. I'm just verifying that this person isn't in the community page, but that doesn't mean they're not eligible. So give me 1 second here. We're just looking I just gotta see. It's very possible that they may have canceled their billing profile with us, and if they did, they will not be getting it. Let's see. All right, they're not on the new billing platform, so let me confirm and see if they're on the old one. So far, let me see. Let's see here. Okay, so weird. Give me a sec, guys. I actually have to look into what's happening here. This person is enrolled. Let me see here. Hang on. Let me see. This person is enrolled properly at GameDevHQ, but I'm not able to locate why they're not in our system properly. So give me a second here. I can't find their payment on our new platform nor the old, so let me see here. They might not be eligible for this. This may actually be someone who was gifted GameDevHQ, and if that's the case, they're not eligible. Just give me a second here. Trying to figure it out. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. Not sure why it's not showing me a history of this person. Hang on. Still looking. I think this may have been a gift of GameDevHQ. Let me confirm. Hold on, I'm going into our old billing platform to see how this person got access to it. Okay, this is a gift account, so this will not count. This person is not eligible for this, so we are gonna pick another one. All right, well, that's exciting for you guys. Give me one more second here. So I'm going to clear, I'm just gonna hit the P key again. It should give me another one. So give me 1 second here. I'm gonna hit P. All right, got a new winner. This one is first name Dave. So let's see here, and your email starts with Dave. Let me check the account. Let me see. All right, let me go. Hold on, guys. I'm looking for this email. let's check this out here. Hold on. I am pulling up our community page. Let's see if I can find you. Give me 1 second here. All right, let's see here. So this is Dave. All right, hold on, guys. This guy too, I don't know if he's actually in the community. Hold on, let me copy his email in. Okay, this one is. So this is his public community-facing profile. So let's see here. When's the last time this person? Let me see who this is. All right, this person was last seen. Yeah, so 7 days ago. Let me check something here. So before I show you guys who won it, I do have to confirm. Let me just make sure that they do have an active profile with us. And if I go to our sign in here, let's see, does it tell me when this person joined? Okay, cool. This person is new to Game Dev HQ. They joined about a month ago. Let's see. Let's go to, all right, cool. All right, guys, we got our winner here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys who it is. I'm going to be sending them an email. They'll have 24 hours to just write back to receive it. But here it is. It's this guy here, David Gonzalez. So this is the winner, guys, of who randomly won this. He's been with Game Dev HQ. He joined Game Dev HQ about a month ago, it looks like, and his last login was a day ago. So, well, he hasn't logged into the community platform in a week, but a day ago on our learning platform. So this guy here, he'll get an email from us. He'll have 24 hours to respond to the email. But if he doesn't respond, then we'll be picking a new one, and we'll be working on the what's it called? We'll pick another one. We'll use the same random generator. I'm going to save this project, and we'll send out an email. But for the moment, David Gonzalez, you got 24 hours to accept the email I'm about to send you and respond back. Otherwise, it's going to someone else. So cool, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Everyone, if you haven't joined Game Dev HQ yet, besides the intensive training program that is for career readiness, our next one is going to be running in January. You can go to gamedevhq.com to learn all about it. And then, of course, you don't need the intensive training program to get a job with Unity. You can go through our learning track. Several students have gone through our learning track, and they learn how to get a career with Unity, because at the end of the day, guys, I train you to be amazing software engineers. So thanks for watching, and congrats to David Gonzalez. I'm going to send you an email here as soon as the stream is over, and you will have you'll have 24 hours from this time I send that email. So you'll need to get back to me by 1 p.m. tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm going to go live tomorrow, and we'll do another drawing. So thanks a lot, guys, and I will see you all next time. See you guys in the community.